Philippines and Japan have signed a landmark defense pact. The new agreement will also give joint access to their militaries.
Many defense analysts are already calling the RAA the Visiting Forces Agreement on steroids. Why? Because it dramatically simplifies the process for military cooperation. Under this deal, Japan's self-defense forces can train and operate in the Philippines, and Filipino forces can do the same in Japan, without the usual layers of slow-moving bureaucracy. The result? Faster joint exercises, smoother coordination between forces, and a stronger, more credible security presence across the region. But the significance of this agreement goes far beyond logistics. Both the Philippines and Japan face similar strategic challenges. As island nations, their economies and security depend heavily on safe and open sea routes. And with tensions rising across the South China Sea and the East China Sea, cooperation between the two countries has never been more critical. That's why both nations are strengthening partnerships with allies such as the United States and Australia, working together to maintain stability and keep the Indo Pacific region free and open. But the RAA isn't just about training missions and military drills. It also opens the door to something that could dramatically reshape the capabilities of the Philippine military: the transfer of excess defense articles, or EDA, from Japan. And this is where things start to get really interesting. Inside defense circles, speculation is already building about what equipment Japan could potentially send to the Philippines. From advanced patrol vessels to surveillance systems and other strategic assets, the possibilities are sparking serious buzz. If even part of these transfers becomes reality, the impact on the Philippines' defense posture could be significant. And the big question now is, what exactly might Japan be preparing to deliver? And the potential upgrades being talked about are anything but small. At the center of the discussion are several major defense assets, starting with naval power. One of the most talked about possibilities is the transfer of 6 Abukuma-class destroyer escorts. These ships displace more than 2,000 tons and are known for their versatility. Designed for anti-submarine warfare, anti-surface operations, and long-range patrol missions, they could become a powerful addition to the Philippine Navy's fleet. In fact, reports suggest that Japan has signaled its willingness to transfer all 6 vessels to the Philippines. But that's only the beginning. Missile technology is also part of the conversation. Among the systems being discussed is Japan's Type 12 anti-ship missile, a modern long-range weapon designed specifically to strike enemy vessels at significant distances. If integrated into the Philippines' coastal defense network or naval forces, this system could dramatically boost the country's ability to defend its waters. On land, armored capabilities may also see a major upgrade. The Type 74 main battle tank has been floated as a potential transfer, a move that could strengthen the Philippine Army's armored units, especially in areas where territorial defense is becoming increasingly important. And perhaps the most eye-catching possibility involves air power. Some discussions have even touched on Japan's F-2 multi-role fighter aircraft. These advanced jets share a technological lineage with the F-16, but were specially designed for maritime strike missions. If such a transfer were ever realized, it could represent one of the most significant leaps in capability for the Philippine Air Force in decades. But before any of that happens, careful evaluation comes first. This August, the Philippine Navy is scheduled to inspect all 6 of the Abukuma-class ships. These inspections will determine the vessel's current condition, the maintenance they would require, and the overall cost of bringing them into Philippine service. If the transfer moves forward, the impact could be substantial. The addition of these ships would significantly expand the Navy's surface fleet, providing more vessels to patrol and secure the vast maritime territory of the Philippines. At the same time, technical teams from the armed forces of the Philippines are studying how Japanese systems, missiles, armored vehicles, and potentially even aircraft could fit into the country's existing military structure. So, what would all of this mean for the Philippines' defense posture? For starters, it could dramatically strengthen deterrence. With Japan stepping in as an even closer security partner, the Philippines would gain the backing of another highly capable military power, one that could coordinate and deploy alongside Filipino forces much more quickly in times of crisis. And in a region where tensions at sea continue to rise, that kind of partnership could make a very real difference. Second, there's the issue of modernization. For years, the Philippines has been working to upgrade its military, but modern equipment often comes with an enormous price tag. Through potential transfers from Japan, the country could gain access to advanced defense systems while saving billions of pesos in procurement costs. In other words, the armed forces of the Philippines could significantly improve its capabilities, moving closer to first-world military standards without carrying the full financial burden of buying brand new systems. Third, there's the message this agreement sends to the region. The Reciprocal Access Agreement isn't just about logistics or equipment. It's a powerful signal. It tells the world that the Philippines and Japan are standing together. And alongside partners and allies, they are committed to preserving peace, stability, and a rules-based order across the Indo Pacific. In many ways, the RAA is far more than a simple agreement on paper. It lays the groundwork for a stronger and more capable Philippine military, while deepening one of the most important strategic partnerships in the region. From expanded joint training to the possible transfer of advanced military hardware, the opportunities created by this pact are enormous. If everything moves forward as planned, the future could look very different. Imagine Japanese destroyer escorts patrolling alongside Philippine vessels across the archipelago's vast waters. Picture coastal defense units equipped with modern Type 12 anti-ship missiles protecting key maritime routes. And perhaps, one day, Japanese-built fighter jets flying side by side with the Philippine Air Force's FA-50PHS in the skies above the region. The possibilities are exciting and potentially transformative. But the real question is this: could the acquisition of Japanese warships, tanks, and even advanced fighter aircraft reshape the Philippines' defense posture for the next several decades? What's your take on this growing partnership between the Philippines and Japan? These developments highlight how defense partnerships are evolving in today's rapidly changing security environment. Cooperation between countries like the Philippines and Japan shows how alliances, shared interests, and strategic planning can play a major role in maintaining stability in the Indo Pacific. Of course, many of the possibilities discussed, whether ships, missiles, or aircraft, are still part of ongoing evaluations and future planning. But the direction is clear. Both nations are exploring new ways to strengthen cooperation and improve their ability to respond to emerging challenges. It will be interesting to see how this partnership develops in the coming years and what it could mean for regional security. What are your thoughts on the growing defense cooperation between the Philippines and Japan? How do you think partnerships like this shape the future of the Indo Pacific? Feel free to share your perspective and continue the conversation.